Deep fried chunks. What's up, Ria? How you doing? All right, I gotta go repair. Shoot. Okay, let's try to do this as quickly as I can. Hello? What's up, Muffin? How you doing? Sorry, I was not paying attention. Um, my mic is working, correct? Hello? Hi? Yo? It is now, okay. I think it was working, I was just, like, distracted. What's up, Scap? How you doing? Legend says still mining to this day. Indeed, indeed. Welcome, everyone. Sorry, I gotta do some tool repairing first. But I'll try to do it as fast as I can. I mean, it's only so fast I can literally collect this XP. I completely forgot that I had to do this today. But yeah, hopefully all of y'all are doing well today. Ah, man. I'm glad that I don't have to do this nearly as often as I used to, though. Or at least, I don't have to come here as frequently. Of course, I have to be here for longer when I have this many tools to repair, but that's worth the price, I think. Well, smelting copper gives you XP, so that's how you get, that's how you can use it to repair your tools. What if a 3-block tall zombie spawned in the farm right now? That'd be pretty epic. I feel like zombies should just be able to spawn anywhere with a really rare chance, no matter what. Yeah, but when you do, you repair the tool in one go. Yeah, I don't know. That's just how furnaces work. When you take stuff out of furnaces, it gives you all the XP at once. It's a way to get XP faster. The problem with it, though, is that I literally just don't get enough copper to cover my smelting and repairing needs, like, fast enough. I mean, maybe I could try smelting iron and copper at the same time. The only issue I have with that is just, it's really, like, it starts getting time consuming to deal with the inventory that much. And then I feel like I'm not gaining that much benefit from it. Because, yeah, I mean, it's kind of annoying that this takes like 40 minutes to do. But I also don't have to do it that often. And I do still get more time by smelting all that copper as I dig. So it still adds up, and it's worth doing. But, yeah, I mean, I think it's really hard for me to avoid needing this farm. Oh. Maybe if I had like a really crazy smelting setup, I could theoretically repair my pickaxes just from the blocks I mine, but I feel like that's just not worth the effort, and frankly, I'm not good enough at redstone or setting up things like that to make that happen. It's more practical killing Enderman. Yeah, I mean, it's like, this is really easy. It just takes time. And this farm didn't take that long to build. I mean, the very first... Or, like, this took, like, 20-25 minutes to build. I did have to tweak it slightly, but, like, again, under an hour's worth of building time. I think the only thing I would want to change about this Enderman farm at this point is just make the kill chamber smaller. Because right now, these Endermen sometimes attack me, I think because, like, the area is too big, so sometimes I hit them without killing them, and then they get mad. Gonna stream how much time today? I can't stream for too long tonight, unfortunately, so maybe another, like, hour, an hour, 10 minutes, something like that. It has to be a short one. I do have work tomorrow. Usually I do my longer streams on Sunday and Monday, currently. But I also usually do them earlier in the day too. Okay. I'm going to Alt-Tab really quick. Want to see if I can find some information here. Okay, yeah. It seems like we do get around like 9 to 10 hours of digging if I do include the copper. And of course, because I have so many picks. Start getting this organized a little bit. Let's take one shovel, put it here. Alright, I wonder how close I'll get with this. Just 2 more picks in here. Okay, okay. Alright, I'll probably have to kill more Endermen at some point, but just kind of coasting for right now. And then I'll want to check one thing before we go back to mining. I want to see if I just let this fill up down here, do any more just sit up there, or is there just none up there? Because if there's none up there, I could make this farm into a 3x3 without having to change, like, difficulty or anything. Not right now, but information that'd be useful for me in the future. Okay, yeah, we're about need to kill some here in just a moment. Let's just start doing that. Boring. Alright, I'll just stop streaming then. Sorry, Woey. My bad. I will never stream again because of this one comment. My career has been finished. What's up, Woey? How you doing? You not. Thank you. Young people soft. Me when I'm soft for not enduring shell shock in World War I. What is up? What is up? It's true. It is. Just get over it. Just don't be shocked. I've been good. I wish I had more time to do my digging through the work week, but just didn't line up to be so. Thankfully, just one more work day tomorrow, and then we can do some digging for the weekend. Yeah, currently it is Sunday to Monday. I did ask my boss if it was possible to switch to a Monday through Friday work week. He says not impossible, but not immediately possible. So, I don't know. We'll see. I think having Saturday, Sunday off would be nice. It'd be cool to have, like, what people would consider a normal weekend. Yeah, I mean, see, especially like in the food industry, like Saturdays especially are really busy days. So that's kind of why I've been forced to work every Saturday. Because that's when people are out and about. That's when they want food. And I guess when they don't feel like cooking, so. Hold on real quick. Suppose it could be tax bracket related. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I'm just digging. I'm just repairing tools, man. I don't know what a tax bracket is. Yeah. I mean, most people our age don't have that much money, if not just straight up literally living in debt. True. Yeah, I mean, we do usually get a lot of older folks or families who come in on Saturday lunch rushes specifically. So that would make sense. Low-key, I'm kind of shocked at how many old people just are willing to spend like 15, 20 bucks on a meal when it's like, I thought you guys don't have, like, are you guys just using all of your retirement to eat at my establishment? I feel like these guys don't have enough retirement money to just be eating out every day. Because I'll see some of the same old folks, like, every day, if not every other day. If they do have that kind of money, good for them, though, you know? Pretty sure one of the beauties of middle age is finding the spot to stop for a bite every day. Yeah, but like, I don't know, like the place I work at, like it's not crazy expensive. It's not like a fancy sit down place, but you're spending enough money on like a single meal where it's like, I don't know, man. Like you can literally make the same exact type of meal at home without it's a type of food that doesn't require that much effort to make. Granted, you can't make it like a lot of foods that you make in the restaurant aren't easily replicable at home. But even still, if you just put in a little effort, you could make it so much cheaper at home. Like, if it's like Taco Bell, it's like, sure, because Taco Bell is like relatively cheap, you know, something like that. But I don't know, at a certain point, it's like, I can't justify spending so much money on outside food, especially lately. I've hardly been eating out compared to how much I used to. The people behind the counter won't remember you at Taco Bell. That is literally not true. The people at my Taco Bell actually do remember me. Because Taco Bell's one of the few cheap places I go to. So I guess I've just gone there enough where like they recognize me. What's your thoughts on Skyrim? Literally none. Respect. You gotta respect the Taco Bell workers. They're the front lines of my stomach. Alright, there we go. Nearly perfect amount of XP gain there. Alright, let's see. How do I want to line this up? 3, 4, 5. Guess we'll do that. Oh, wait. Actually, yeah. Sponge. Bed. Gotta be careful with the bed in the end. Alright, yeah, this seems right. And then, yeah, the 3 shulkers. Alright. Let's finally get out of here. Okay. Did that in slightly less than 40 minutes. I repaired slightly more efficiently this time. Definitely don't remember the fact that I actually broke a pick within the last repairing time, guys. But hey, at least it was only one. At least it was only one. Anyways. Finally, some digging. Finally, the good stuff. Is the stream finally not boring again? The neurons are activated. Mine as well. We are back. This is the good stuff right here. Dude, Woey, just like 4 million more blocks and then we'll finally start getting some deep slate going. Can you believe it? Now, granted, it's not going to be full deep slate. It's those layers that are like mixed stone and deep slate. But, I mean, the fact that there'll be any deep slate at all and only 4 million more blocks or something like that is kind of insane. It's either 3 or 4 million, but honestly, I think it's going to be more towards 16 million. No later than 4 million blocks from now. But yeah, at the pace I've been going at, I've been able to do this, like, the last million blocks I did in, like, real time 2 weeks, exactly 2 weeks worth of sessions. So if I keep that up, then I'll get to Deep Slate by, July? Like, first layers of Deep Slate? That'd be really awesome. And at least right now, I've felt like literally no signs of burnout or anything like that. The only thing holding me back at all is literally just my energy from work. Or just, you know, my real life obligations. But, anyways. Enough blabbing. Back to digging. Let me grab some water real quick. Okay. Nice, another 2 layers done. Wait, is this the last 2 layers of this ring? Oh my goodness, it is. Wait, we're gonna finish another ring today. Can you believe it? Or at least, if I go fast enough, I can finish this today. Which I should. I think it only takes like 40 minutes to finish 2 layers of these rings now. Spider spawner. Oh, this one's gonna be pretty much intact here. The spawner itself for sure, but even most of the dungeon. What's up, Wispy? How you doing? This guy's addicted to resurrecting the dead. If you think about it, Wispy, you're like the opposite of dead chat. You refuse to let the chat die. Gotta finish what you started. I respect the mapping efforts, however, your ranked score games are starting to really slack. Don't forget. I'm still hoping to see the score farm summer. I mean, maybe there'll even be another score camp. Who knows? Let's get rid of this cobblestone. Hey, the chests and the spawner get to stay intact. This is all I'm removing from the dungeon here. Wow. This is basically Deep Slate if you think about it. It's a little preview of our future right there. Not gonna lie, guys, I'm kind of brainstorming right now. Ooh. I'm having some interesting ideas about what to do with the deep slate portion of the chunk. Because there's a few ways I could go about it. But you know, I feel like... What about the inverse of what I'm doing now? Oh, yeah. I mean, that was definitely... That's top of the list right now. Basically do it like a quarry kind of mine. So, yeah, I guess the inverse of whatever this is. We go downwards. But, I don't know. I literally just thought of an idea of like... What if... I don't know how to put it into words, because I literally just thought of it, but like... What if I kind of bring back what I used to do on the previous world? But like starting from like the deep slate layers, I guess. I don't know if that makes sense, what I just said. But like, I think some of you remember when I did that first world, like, I would just do it literally one chunk at a time. And I would even time it, which was funny. But at the same time, the only reason I'm a little hesitant about it is because it is kind of weird to start it from deep slate. But like at the same time, it's still an intriguing way to do it, and it also it also opens itself to interesting opportunities. I mean, one idea I have in my mind is what if I assigned each chunk a number, and I literally just roll a number, and that's the chunk I mine. So it just starts devolving into a weird mess of chunks that are dug down, and it just looks chaotic. So, like, for example, all the way at the wall would be 1 through 32. And then you just do that in a grid system, 32 by 32 chunks. And then you just RNG roll a random chunk number. You're like, okay, that's the one I'm mining today. God, that would look so stupid if I actually did that for all 1024. Funny until you have to account for the ones that have been completed. I'm sure there's a way to, like, filter out numbers that, like, you've already done. What I could even do is just literally, like, create a list, sort them all from the beginning, and then just work from that list the entire time. Or I could just, like, figure out a way to just exclude certain numbers. There has to be a way, right? Maybe not with just the simple google.com roll a number, but I'm sure there's a way to do like random roll of a specific set of numbers, but exclude numbers that you've already picked before. Yeah, like a spinner. Wait, yeah, exactly. Oh god, would the spinner even let me do 1024 options though? That would be the incredible part. Make a visual map or spreadsheet and mark the ones you've done directly on it. Yeah, I mean I would have to, right? Man, that would actually be such a weird and involved way to do it. But I feel like it would also, like... I feel like it would boost engagement and also make it more interesting for myself as well. Just be like, ooh, which one do I get to do today? Engagements. I love boosting the engagements. But you know, it is for my sake as well. Keep things interesting. Because I'm sure if I did a reverse quarry method or reverse ring method, not that I couldn't handle it, but it definitely would be a lot more intimidating to do it that way. I thought you didn't love committing the time before. Well, part of that is that my brain was like, if I don't finish an entire chunk in a day, then it's literally dead to me. So, I don't know. It's possible I still don't go through with that. You're not wrong, and I still have my reservations about it. But it is an idea. And if it's like something that would truly get more people to be engaged with the project, I could try and figure out a work schedule, or not work schedule, but like a home schedule that can work around that. It's not impossible at all, but it would be very involved. I would have to actively think about it. But an added bonus to it is that each chunk would be like 40 minutes shorter than they normally would be, because I already did all of the Instamine blocks. That's the other thing. Like, it wouldn't take nearly as long per chunk. And I think maybe I'd be willing to, like, let a chunk be unfinished. It's one thing if the idea feels intimidating. Yeah. Well, another reason my mojo was killed before was, like, it was also just not at the best time for me, like, personally. And also, the way I structured my world, like, I don't know how much you guys actually remember, but, like, the amount of netherite tools I have in this world is literally, like, 10 to 15 times more than what I had in my previous one. So I would have to go repair so often in comparison to how much I have to do that now. And I just, for some reason, my brain was like, no, you can't go mining for netherite. Impossible. That's not allowed. I think the way I handled, like, my mental in that world was a lot worse. Like, I was a lot more rigid in my ways. I mean, this time in this world, I've already gone netherite mining 3 separate times to get more netherite picks, just because I've had to, you know? Or I've had to, like, fix stuff, or, like, expand stuff, or even start doing new stuff, like the copper smelting. I've had to kind of change how I mine to work around that. So I think this time I would be better equipped. But I guess the question I have is, would starting doing that from all the way at the first layer of Deep Slate be weird? Or is that, like, understandable? Because I feel like on the one hand it is cool, but it also does feel a little weird at the same time, because I didn't just immediately start doing it that way. Yeah. Well, also another thing is that people literally ask all the time, how many chunks have you mined? And it's like, well, technically 0. So I guess that would be one way to finally be like, okay, I have mined a chunk finally, you know? Even though in reality I've literally mined like 360 chunks worth of blocks. 0 chunks, time loss. Exactly. That is one thing that kind of makes me want to not actually finish mining a single chunk until I literally reach the bottom layer. Just to be like, guys, I've still mined 0 chunks. Give me a moment. And you know what? I think there's a way for me to do it where I could literally mine all 1,024 chunks in one stream. If I mined in a very specific way. Just avoiding one single block. Yeah, exactly. It technically would be possible. And it would be kind of funny to be like, guys, I've mined 0 chunks. And then in the final stream be like, alright, I'm mining 1,024 chunks in one stream. I mean, it's a funny idea, but rapid fire, exactly. Also, I don't know if I said hi, but hi Muffin, hi Maklo, how you guys doing? Not even one layer, just 1 block per chunk. Yeah, that's what I mean. Literally just leave 1 singular block per chunk, and then it wouldn't even take that long. However long it takes to mine 1,024 deep slate, that wouldn't take very long. Less sprint time. Yeah, but still, it doesn't, like... I was able to mine, like, 33,000... Or no, not 33,000. I would mine, like, 13,000 deep slate in, like, 2 to 3 hours when I did that first world. So, 1,024 is not that time consuming. Okay, but in reality, I don't think that's actually what I want to do. That's... As funny as that would be, it's also kind of just like... It's such a technicality that it's just, like, too stupid. I think the idea of maybe possibly bringing back, like, doing the speed-timed chunks, but just from starting from deep slate, could kind of work. Especially if I did literally random chunk order. I think that would honestly be kind of funny. Like, funny, but in, like, a possibly doable way. The only issue is I don't know how I would actually go about sorting that. But I don't know. I think it could be kind of fun. I guess better question is, do we need to start timing them again if we do it that way? It would be kind of cool to just see which one was the fastest. Even if I'm only starting from layer 8 or layer 0, depending on what I pick. Depends on if that is what actually irked you. Man, it's really hard for me to describe what irked me the first time I tried doing that. Because it's not the timing alone or the time commitment alone. Honestly, I just don't feel like I had the best mental going into that first world. And that contributed to, like, everything irking me. And that's kind of why I did something else. Timing things doesn't irk me on its own, but I think it was just the factor of everything not really going to how I wanted it to, that it just, like, that whole world just frustrated me and I burnt out. But I feel like the more I play this world, the more I feel motivated, especially since I've made so much progress now. Chunkin' Jockey, no way. That's crazy. What's up, DDR? Are you done? Yeah, I don't know. I feel like if I started doing that from now, or I guess when I reach either Y8 or Y0, I would be able to stomach it. Or okay, no, stomach is not the right word. I would actually be able to possibly enjoy it. I think my mental with this world is way better than my previous one. Especially since I came back at the start of the year. Because I feel like I was actually having the same problem with this world in like when I was doing it in 2024. And I mean, you guys saw, I literally stopped doing this for like 4 to 5 months. But I don't know, I feel like I finally figured out mentally what works for me in this. I think the fall was looking at the floor of the dug chunks of torches. Alright, buddy. Sure. That is the real reason. You caught me. Yeah. I think one thing I want to add is that I have a very particular mind. So when I'm like kind of mentally stuck or in a mental rut, it is very hard for myself to like actually fix that in a quick manner. Like I get very set in my ways sometimes. Even when I'm literally just playing a video game. When, like, it doesn't matter. And no one was pressuring me, but I just put all the pressure on myself regardless. I don't know. But yeah, I think we have 2 ways we could go about dealing with the deep slate. We could either do the reverse of the current method I'm doing, and just do like basically a quarry all the way down, or we could start doing time chunks, but just from when deep slate starts, I guess. So if you guys have a preference or a suggestion, let me know, please. Or if either of those sound cool, let me know. Or if you're just confused about why I'm blabbing on so much. I'm not gonna lie, sometimes when I start talking, I forget that I'm actually, like, still doing something. Like, was I actually digging that whole time? I literally cannot remember. You would like to see what makes me more entertained. Okay. No, I missed one. I gotta start over. I gotta start the project over. Obviously, what makes me entertained is most important for a project like this. But, you know, I also do stream this live, so if there's anything that makes you guys slightly more interested, I am open to suggestions or feedback. You know, I do want to entertain at least a little bit. But if the way I'm doing it is perfectly fine, then that's fine. What's up, Scrapper? How you doing? Anyways, I'm definitely thinking too hard about this right now. I am going to stop yapping and just song requests. Man, like I the only issue I ever have with song requests is that it would be kind of distracting, but more importantly, the bot would break, and then I would have to like troubleshoot it while I'm trying to dig, and it just got really annoying sometimes dealing with that. So like I don't disagree, but like I don't know. I would need to test it again and see if it actually works. How about this? How about this? Maybe we try song requests again on Sunday. How about that? I'd be willing to try it again. I just really hope the program still works. Your request song now? No! No, not now. No. No. Oh, it's definitely not gonna work now that you said that. Exactly. Literally. Ugh! Why is that thing so huge and scary on my screen? Don't ever do that again, Woey. I just had a heart attack and died live on Twitch. Streamer, play Big Blanc! God. Play unknown title by unknown artist. Alright, now we're getting somewhere. Now we're getting the good requests. Okay. But yeah, I don't know. We can definitely consider it. But I just hope it's not going to kill me and destroy everything. Why are you doing this, Woey? Why are you doing this? Also, how do you even do that? I literally don't understand. I've never seen this feature before. Bits? It doesn't even tell me you're using bits. Keep grinding. Thank you. Keep grinding, Usu. Thank you for the bits, Woey. I don't know why it doesn't even tell me that you're giving me money. But thank you. Wait, how many bits does it cost? Please don't tell me it's like $5. You had them already. I don't know how Twitch works, man. They add to literally anything now. 30 bits a pop. Okay. Your pickaxe will break. I disagree. I am paying attention. $30. God. I don't know. Twitch just adds things and doesn't tell anyone, I guess. Because I've literally never seen that feature before, Woey. Enlarging emotes in chat. Like, when? Literally, when did they add this? You could tell me they added it today or they added it 5 years ago, and I would believe you either way. Months ago? Like, when? I've never seen this in any chat, ever. I'm actually just so confused. It's not a big deal at all, but it's just funny. That's a true right there. Also, I'm sorry that I'm not grinding Osu, but I will keep grinding regardless. Yeah. Is that a thing you can... Okay, random question. Is that a thing, like, a streamer can disable, or is that just, like Twitch viewers can just do that whenever they want? I'm actually, like, curious about that. You can make it prohibitively expensive. I should charge Woey $1 quadrillion to send Chewbacca Star Wars Trek in my chat again. That is what that thing was, right? That thing. You know what I'm trying to ask. That character, that creature from fictional series movie. Also, it is from Star Wars, right? I literally don't know if it's from Star Wars or Star Trek. I don't watch media. Also, we finished another ring. Look at this, guys. We are climbing up. What is it? What does this look like now? I might have to turn up render a little bit now. Let's take a look from up here. Oh yeah, this is starting to look cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We finished 10, if I counted correctly. Yeah, 10. Very nice, very nice. However, guys, it is actually really late for me, so I should probably go get ready for bed. But thank you, everyone, for tuning in, as always. Tomorrow, I'm not sure exactly what time I'll stream, but there could be an earlier stream tomorrow. We'll see. But otherwise, I'll see you around the same time. Sunday!